Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. Well, looks like the future of lost dogs and cats in Boone County is still up in the air. During a meeting on Tuesday evening regarding a potential move of the Ozarks Humane Society Animal Shelter to a piece of county-owned property on Airport Road, several residents in the area proclaimed that they simply do not want the move to happen. Boone County Judge Robert Hathaway and shelter board member Mike Magnus hosted the question and answer session Tuesday night at the Boone County Airport, where about 80 people showed up, most of those living near the location that was proposed for the new site. Major concerns posed by residents included issues with noise, overloading of the sewer system, and overall general nuisance concerns. Magnus stressed that the meeting was informational only, no construction would start or a formal decision be made anytime soon, and judging from the community's attitude, he doesn't feel the Airport Road location would be considered in the future. And the Harrison Board of Education has opted out of displaying paid ads on the district's school buses, which is a practice that is now permissible under state law. The action came during the March 15th meeting of the school board. While the board barred any paid ads, it did allow that notices or announcements created by the school district could be displayed on the buses. An example would be the announcement of a Student of the Week, and Harrison's school superintendent Mindy Moss said she was unaware of any school district that was displaying ads on buses in the state, and she didn't want to be the one to get started. The fate of a runway overlay project at the Boone County Airport is now in the hands of Washington's lawmakers. Adam White, project manager with the Fayetteville-based Garver engineering firm, spoke to the airport board about the progress of that project that's been in the works since the planning began in 2013. The airport has applied for FAA funding to overlay the runway and has gotten 2 grants that will allow for planning the project. In order to get the FAA funding, officials will have to have bids for the project first, and that funding would also be hinging on Congress getting the funds to the FAA in 2016. However, White told the board members that the FAA still doesn't have fully funded programs this year, although there are 2 bills in Congress dealing with the agency itself. He also noted that if funding isn't available soon, project might have to be delayed until the next summer. The total cost of the project is expected to be close to $3 million. The Yellville Summit School District could be getting a safe room. At a board education meeting earlier this month, Alicia Jones said she had filed a notice of intent with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, saying that Yellville Summit would like to have the eligibility to apply for a safe room. Jones is a former member of the Arkansas Department of Education's Facilities Division and now an independent consultant working with school districts in northwest Arkansas. She said that if FEMA selected Yellville Summit for a safe room, which could be used in such emergencies as tornadoes, it would pay up to 75% of the total cost. A total for the safe room would cost in excess of $1.2 million. With the arrival of spring, it's time to think of renewal and refurbishing of your surroundings. There will be an opportunity to see many exhibits at the upcoming Farm, Home, and Garden Show on the Berryville Square, which will be April 30th. Lead organizer for the event, Ginger Oaks, says they are currently looking for exhibitors for the show. She says spaces are available for folks such as farmers, horticulturists, and outdoor lawn and garden makers. To learn more about the event, contact Ginger Oaks at 870-654-0117. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region. But first, here's this week's livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Klein, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting sales from North Arkansas livestock auction in Greenport for Wednesday, March 16th. Cattle receipts 932, last week 1384. A year ago, $12.52. Compared to last week, feeder steers under 550 pounds, mostly $2 to $5 higher. Over 550 pounds, $4 to $13 higher. Feeder heifers, $5 to $10 higher. Feeder bulls, mostly $3 to $5 higher. Slaughter cows and bulls steady. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, 122 to 142. Excuse me, 222 to 242. 4 to 500 pounds, $2 to 236. 5 to 600 pounds, 180 to 210. 6 to 700 pounds, 164 to 188. Few 7 to 750 pounds, 156 to 164. Faction 900 pounds at 138. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, 186 to 215. 4 to 500 pounds, 175 to 204. 5 to 600 pounds, 152 to 185. 6 to 700 pounds, 161 to 165. 7 to 800 pounds, 138 to 140. Replacement cows, medium large 1 to 2, 2 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1,300 pound cows, second and third stage, 1275 to 1775 per head. 7 to 10-year-old cows, second and third stage is 1,025 to 1,775 per head. Cow calf pairs, medium large 1 to 2, 3 to 7-year-old, 900 to 1,250 pound cows, 1 to 200 pound calves at side, 1,700 to 2,275 per pair. 7 to 10-year-old cows with 1 to 200 pound calves at side at 1,500 to 1,725 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners, 70 to 78, high dress 79 to 86.50. Lean, 68 to 75, high dress 77 to 81, low dress 65 to 67. Slaughter bulls, grades 1s and 2s, 1,100 pounds, high dress 104 to 109, low dress at 73. That's Market Today. Sammy Klein reporting. Thank you.
Sam Alexander Pharmacy has expanded and is now offering many additional products and services. Their new pharmaceutical compounding area allows them to create products to fit the unique needs of a customer. They also have added Spinco orthotic shoes and sandals, Dr. Comfort diabetic shoes, baby gifts by Aiden and Ananias, and toys by Melissa and Doug. Stop in today and let them help you with any of your specialty pharmaceutical needs. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy in Harrison.
Jackson County Sheriff's officers say a man's body has been located in some brush near Jackson County Road 16. Sheriff David Lucas says deputies believe the body is that of a man who went missing during a police chase in early February. Jeremy Wayne Conway went missing after leading deputies on a high-speed chase and eventually driving his truck into a body of water. Conway has been moved from the department's missing list to the wanted list after deputies received a video that believed was Conway in the Newport area. Conway's wife had confirmed he was in the footage. Lucas says the body found in some brush near a body of water is being sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for an analysis. Authorities say one person is dead following a fire at a home near Black Rock. Lawrence County Coroner Robert Warden says that the victim died in the Wednesday morning fire at a home on County Road east of Black Rock. No names were immediately released. Sheriff's Detective James White says there were 7 people inside the home and several were taken to local hospitals in Jonesboro and in Memphis. The number of people injured and their conditions are still not being released. The fire was reported shortly after 2 a.m. Wednesday after neighbors say they heard a loud boom at that location. The cause of the fire has not been determined as of news time. Arkansas's 2 Republican U.S. senators say they remain opposed to considering President Barack Obama's nomination for the appeals court judge Merrick Garland for the nation's highest court. U.S. Senators John Boozman and Tom Cotton say they believe the next president should choose the replacement for the late U.S. Supreme Court Justice Antonio Scalia. The president on Wednesday nominated Garland, the Chief Justice for the United States Court of Appeals, Appeals for the District of Columbia's circuit for the vacancy at that location. Bozeman said voters should have the say in the general election in which the direction the court should take. Cotton said he respects the president's right to nominate someone, but said Garland shouldn't be considered by the Senate at this time. And Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson is hosting a town hall meeting next week as he tries to build support for his plan to keep the state's hybrid Medicaid expansion program. Hutchinson's office says the governor will host the town hall on his proposal to add new restrictions to the private option, which uses federal funds to purchase private insurance for low-income residents. Hutchinson has proposed renaming the program Arkansas Works. The town hall will be Tuesday night at Central Baptist College in Conway. Hutchinson is expected to call a special session next month to consider the proposal that includes charging premiums to some people on that program. The hybrid expansion has sharply divided Republicans since it was created in 2013. Speaking of the governor, he's adding another county to the disaster declaration after recent severe storms. The governor has added Lee County in eastern Arkansas to his declaration, pushing the number of counties to 17 after tornadoes, heavy flooding, and hail has produced a number of severe storms across the state on Sunday. Other counties that covered under the disaster declarations are Arkansas, Ashley, Bradley, Calhoun, and Scott counties. The governor said additional counties will be added as damage assessments continue. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we head into the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended today.
Saving you money every day is what Edwards does best, and this week is no exception. Gorton's fish sticks or portions only $2.99. Selected varieties, Red Baron pizzas $3 for $9. 93% lean ground beef only $2.99 per pound. Best Choice chicken wings only $6.49 in the 10-pound bag, and fresh green cabbage only 39 cents per pound.
Edwards Grocery Station money.
Cloudy skies kept temperatures lower today than we saw yesterday, as a frontal system looks like will approach the state on Friday night and early Saturday morning, which will bring us cooler temperatures for the weekend, but then a warm-up will start again next Monday. Here's the way it looks. Today, as I mentioned, temperatures around 66 degrees this afternoon under mostly cloudy skies. Again, on Friday, a system getting close enough to the natural state to give us a possibility of some afternoon thunder showers in the area, 50% chance of rainfall with a high temperature of only 59 degrees under those cloudy skies on Friday. Saturday, the system moves off to the east but leaves us with cooler temperatures, 56 degrees under sunny skies on Saturday, and Sunday likewise about 53 degrees with partly cloudy skies. But kick off the work week on Monday, lots of sunshine, 65 degrees on Monday, up to 74 degrees on Tuesday. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Whether you ride mud, rocks, dunes, or trails, Polaris has a razor to match your passion. Unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, unmatched agility, and unbeatable comfort. Everything you need to chase memories and catch them. Find your razor at Polaris.com.
Come see us at 824 North Main in Harrison.
Here's another satisfied client from Dental Creations of Harrison.
My husband and I both needed to have dentures. I had looked online and we saw a picture of Wanda, just something about her. I thought this is the place we're going to do. And I called in and spoke with Dave, and he was just tremendous. He answered every single question the first call and told us what our copay would be. It was just an awesome experience.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Well, it wasn't the hits that got Arkansas the win Wednesday afternoon against Grambling State, but the Hogs found a way to score by winning runs in the bottom of the 8th after some heads-up base running by pinch runner Darren Simmons. Arkansas defeated Grambling State 3-2 at Baum Stadium to complete a 2-game series sweep over the Tigers and take a 5-game winning streak into the SEC play this weekend. The win was the Razorbacks' 8th this year when holding opponents to 2 runs or less, and was the 15th overall win of the season. It's also the best record Arkansas has had heading into conference play since 2012. Arkansas opens up SEC play this weekend as it travels to Columbia, South Carolina for a 3-game series against the Gamecocks. The annual Shawnee Supreme Invitational Trout Tournament returns to the White River this month. The 6th edition of the tournament will be held Saturday, March 26th, beginning at 7 a.m. at Big Spring Park in downtown Cotter. The entry fee is $100 per team. In addition, there is an optional $25 fee for anyone competing for the Big Fish Pot, and extra meal tickets cost $10 each. The tournament is limited to the first 125 entries and to owners of Shawnee, Supreme, and Predator brand boats. The winning payout will be based on the number of teams competing, and the Big Fish Pot will be a 100% payout. Shawnee Boats will also give away a 2016 Supreme boat and trailer. Entry forms and rules can be found online at CotterArkansas.com. Arkansas State says it's hired Baylor assistant Grant McCaskill as the new men's basketball coach. McCaskill replaces John Brady, who announced in November that he would step down at the end of the season. The Red Wolves finished the season 11-19 overall, 7-12 in Sun Belt Conference play. Brady, who joined Arkansas State after 11 seasons at LSU, has said he resigned because his contract was up. McCaskill has spent the past 5 seasons as an assistant coach at Baylor University. Before that, he was a head coach at the Division II school Midwestern State in Wichita Falls, Texas. Louisville's women's basketball coach Jeff Waltz is doing whatever he can to help the 3rd seed Cardinals draw a huge crowd for their opening round NCAA tournament game Friday against Central Arkansas. Earlier this week, he even offered to email or call the boss of anyone who wanted to come to the game but couldn't because of their job. So far, he's already had a few dozen fans take him up on that, including someone in the mayor's office. Central Arkansas is making its first appearance in the women's NCAA tournament. Jamie Garcia cruised 3 innings before allowing 4 runs on 4 hits, and the St. Louis Cardinals blew a 3-run lead before playing to an 8-8 tie with the Atlanta Braves on Wednesday. Colton Wong and Jed Garaka both drove in runs as the Cardinals took a quick 3-0 lead off the Braves starter Julius Chanchin, who gave up 3 runs on 8 hits and 3 innings pitched. Garcia allowed just a hit through his first 3 innings, but after a leadoff single by Ozzie Abelich and a walk to Jeff Francisco, Hector Olera and Gordon Beckham both drove in runs as Ryan Lavenberg hit a 2-run double for the Braves' 4-3 lead in the 4th period. The Braves had a 4-run 8th behind a 2 RBI double by Jason Peterson, who regained the lead for the team. Carlos Pigo hit a pinch solo homer in the 9th to tie the game, and that was a close one right down to the wire. Well, that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we can continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around our viewing area.
Local television worth watching. KTKO Channel 8, Harrison.